There's a place called a gin mill way down in the slums. There's a place called a gin mill way down in the slums. My baby goes that night and stays till the morning comes.
Go.
All right, how we doing tonight, guys?
Pretty good. How are you?
Que pasa, raso?
So we're back at somewhere for a second time. They actually invited us back to a place twice.
Which is surprising considering the stories I heard last time.
Yeah,
We had
fun.
It wasn't bad for anybody. Yeah, it was bad for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, we fucking dragged on everybody.
Oh, that was way late in the night, though. That was people watching. That show never aired.
Oh,
so.
okay. That one didn't air. All right.
No,
I got
we
you.
didn't air that
Okay.
show.
I think we even ragged on management.
Nah, not so much. Oh, well, unless you
Well,
call talking about that delicious beer
Beer-
orange dreamsicle
beer- oh, your
concoction
beer.
we got.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. I'm like, because damn, that's not on the menu. Like, where is that? Management put that shit on the menu.
So we're back at Primanti Brothers over at Hamilton Town Center, and we are joined by one of their managers, Jeremy. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. What's going on, guys?
Not much. And our special brewer tonight, special featured guest, the man, the myth, the legend, everyone's favorite Indianapolis brewer, one Mr. Dan Gohr.
I certainly hope I can live up to the introduction.
Before we get started, Dan, quick question.
Yes, sir.
Did you get the underside of your titties tanned?
There's still a little white
Just
stripe.
a little white stripe? All right. Just making sure.
Such an odd question
Why
to
do you
start the
ha-
show
why do
with.
you need?
Very
Why
odd.
do you have? Why do you have
Would you like to
concerns
elaborate
over
on that?
his?
I recently was in the Outer Banks in North Carolina, and
Oh.
I was sitting, so, and I'm not a slender man.
Gravity took a hold of certain aspects.
So when I stood up and I stretched out a little bit, like when I was back at
You had
the
a
house,
tan
and I
line?
looked in the mirror, I realized there was just two big white stripes right under my swooping B cups. So I said to my sister, I said, Christy, you got any spray tan for my titty creases?
Oh, we're off to a roaring start here at
That's pretty
Primanti
awesome.
Brothers.
I like
Oh
it.
my goodness.
Are you embarrassed to be on the show yet, Jeremy?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, good. So
You will
Dan,
be tomorrow.
Dan actually joined us for a garage episode too. We had a lot of fun that night. The first show we aired, it was a good show. The second show will never see the light of day. We'll just put it that way.
Yeah.
We brought out the Kinnick whiskey, and everything went downhill from there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
It was a fun show.
It was a fun show. I had a lot of fun recording it.
Yes.
Can never air it, but anyway. So we're at Primanti Brothers, and you guys are getting ready to come out with a new menu. So we're gonna be sampling some food in a little while, right?
Absolutely.
So what you got coming out?
So we've got a When Pigs Fly sandwich.
Perfect.
That'll be rolling out.
Very appropriate.
And
Hey,
then
that works.
let's see here. We got the Cubano, which will be, it's like a pressed Cubano sandwich. So it'll be with like mustard, pickles. It'll have some like pulled pork on there and some roast beef. It'll be nice. It'll be really good. Of course, everything's served with our fries.
Now, are those gonna have the fries on top too, just like every other sandwich?
No, those won't.
They won't? Okay.
No. And then we're starting a sampler platter. We had a lot of people asking for that, for like onion rings and like our fried pickles and mozzarella wedges. So we'll make sure to bring that out for you. And then we have a new Southwest turkey sandwich, which will it'll have bacon, turkey, our bacon ranch on it. Really good. It's kind of Primanti style, but it doesn't have the coleslaw and stuff on it. So
Okay.
Damn, it should be
that's
delicious.
making me hungry.
I know, right? So you guys, with your new menu, you're still going to keep your Primanti style with the fries and everything on top, and these are just some like extra items you're kind of trying out to see
Yep,
how they work.
Absolutely, yep.
Okay.
Just
Sounds
And-
good to me. I mean, everything you
So-
said sounded delicious.
yeah,
Yes.
so we'll have some new burgers, and then we've changed some of our specials through the week. We'll still have half-price drinks on Wednesday and Friday night, so everybody can come and
I noticed
their
he's looking
faces
at me when
off.
he says this. Like he's
Yes,
getting ready to drop a bomb on me.
Absolutely,
That's what's happening.
yeah.
Go ahead and tell me you took away the wing special, didn't you?
We did. So,
Ah.
but Sunday we will still have $5 bone-in or boneless. It'll be an 8-count wing. But Mondays we will not have, which it's actually a little bit cheaper than the 64-cent
Okay.
wing. So
All right. But on Sundays, not Mondays.
correct.
Okay. I won't be here on Mondays anymore. Dang it. I was here religiously almost on Mondays.
Yeah, you were.
So, I'll still come in and eat. I don't care. It was just a bonus that they were cheap. They were good. They have good blue cheese here, too. Big old chunks of blue cheese. When you get the wings, you get the blue
Ooh.
cheese. I mean, big, giant, freaking chunks of blue cheese.
Nice.
Love
Nice.
it. So
I'm not a blue cheese fan, so I couldn't tell you.
Dan came in and ate with me one night. It was pretty good stuff.
First time visit, and will be a repeat customer. This is great. I love this place.
Yeah.
If you haven't been in here, the atmosphere is really, really cool. Obviously, they're based out of Pittsburgh, so there is a lot of Pittsburgh stuff around, but there's also a lot of beer memorabilia, Coca-Cola memorabilia. There's TVs everywhere for sports. It's got a kind of a... It has a bar restaurant feel to it.
I think it's a 50-50 split. Like, I think you have maybe just a little bit more square footage of bar area than actual seating area, but still plenty of seating area for that family atmosphere.
Right, and the pool tables and stuff are actually over where the families are.
Wait, there's pool tables?
Yeah, there's one pool table.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. There's a pool
Calm
table.
down, 9-ball champion from Vegas.
I'm not a 9-ball champion. It was only 8-ball anyways, and I wasn't a champion.
But you
But
did
I
go,
did
but
get
you
to
did
go.
get sent to Vegas to play pool.
I did go. I did just come back from the World Championships for 8-ball.
Which I'm not sure if it's really cool or it makes you a nerd or a combination of both.
What, that I can play pool and actually go?
I thought
In
that was
my
a prerequisite to
in my
be part of
first
this group.
Yeah, we're all strange in our own ways. So Dan, what's going on at Redemption beer wise? What you got going on?
Well, we just as a general overview, we have 16 taps of beer that we make in-house on tap. A wide variety of styles from what I refer to as introductory craft beers like cream ale, amber ale. I brought the amber ale here tonight. Barrel-aged beers that are like darker beers that are get the bourbon character in it. We started dipping our toes into some barrel-aged sours and putting...
I'm not sure I want to taste that particular one then.
I don't know about the toe part.
You can't. You just got to watch every word you say around here.
Yes.
Anyway, it wasn't any Jonathan Mullins part of the body that got rubbed on the beer.
That's good. That's good to know.
That's good.
But
We
anyway,
don't
we have a
know.
wide range of styles. If you like beer, I will have something for you because some people don't like hoppy beers. Some people don't like big, dark beers. So there is something on that menu at our place that you will like. I've brought 5 beers with me tonight. 2 of them are maltier beers, the Amber Ale and the Brown Ale, which won a gold medal at the Indiana Brewers Cup recently. And then I
Awesome.
brought our 3 IPAs, our Deliverance IPA, which is kind of an old school IPA, like was being brewed in the 90s in the craft beer industry. Our Session IPA called Ditch Dodger, and then our Jay-Z Lane, which is our juicy and hazy IPA. Although it's not as quite as hazy as what I'm looking at over there, but
This is Foggy
delicious.
Geezer, same thing I was drinking the other night.
Yeah, they're good.
They are very good, yeah.
Yeah.
So, awesome. And eventually we're going to try to get a Redemption beer here at Primanti's, right? That's what we're going to work on.
hopefully, we'll see what Jeremy wants to do. I'm here to do
Yeah.
the show. I'm not here to twist arms or whatever, but,
No, but-
it seems like it's heading that direction.
Deliverance.
But when you go to, when you think Redemption beer, like if you're me and I got to drive all the way to Redemption to get a Redemption beer,
Yeah.
it can be a long haul home if I've had more than a couple
Yes.
Redemption beers.
No, I understand.
So if it's available closer to home for those in Noblesville or Fishers, or this side of Fishers, then it's nice because we can come in and get,
we are actually very selective about. We're in about 3 or 4 bars,
right.
and I can't sell too much beer because I'm a small place. I got to
Mhm.
serve it for retail in our place. But this place would be excellent because I'm not in anywhere this far north. I live in Noblesville, so it would be great to be in Primanti Brothers for us, for sure.
Yeah.
Right.
And me personally, and for you guys. So
Yeah, and 2 out of the 5 of us sitting here work right next door to Primanti's.
yes,
So it works out really well for us.
yes, sounds
Yes.
good.
So we're going to get to those beer samples in a minute. We're going to do some food samples. So, Jeremy, do you have anything going on? Like, do you guys do any kind of entertainment here, or what does your typical week look like? You told us some food specials and drink specials, but is there anything else going on here?
So every Friday and Saturday night here lately, we've been doing like a kind of an acoustic guitar kind of act. Usually it starts about 8:30, runs till about 11:30. It's been some amazing musicians that have come through here. We started that about, I think, 2 weeks ago, and the response from it's been really good. It's pretty cool.
Has Chris Birch been here
Oh,
yet?
damn it. You beat me to it. Bastard.
You knew that was coming.
I don't think so.
All right. He's Chris
Much
Birch.
love to the Chris Birch.
Yeah, Chris Birch is the man that never stops working. Like,
Heart-
that guy
yeah.
does a show every night of the week, but he does really, really well. He's a friend of the show. We do feature, at times we'll feature local music on the show too.
Yeah.
Pretty much anything that has to do with local, we'll feature it.
Yeah.
That's just what we do. So we believe in the eat local, drink local, be local kind of scenario. So
Well, we did
Nice.
the Cammy's Cause Music Fest not too long ago. That's all musicians, not even brewery related at all. That's just all.
And we do our own-
interviewing them.
we do our own charity event in November. We usually support a local family, and we do that too. So we just try to be part of the community and do our thing. So absolutely.
On Tuesdays, Thursdays, we have free pool from 7 to 10 p.m. So come here, play as much pool as you
All
want.
right, Tuesday I can do that then.
Tuesdays and Thursdays.
I'll come shark at the Primantis.
Yeah,
There you
no,
No, we have shows. It depends on if we have a show.
yeah,
Can't do Thursday right now. Well, I might be able to do Thursday.
no beating any kids over the head with a pool stick, dude.
I don't do that often.
You do it once, you get labeled an asshole.
Right? I know. One time.
No, I already had that label, dude. I didn't even have to beat anybody up. Don't worry.
I took
I had
one
that
look
walking
at you
in.
and thought,
Yeah,
asshole.
I had that walking
Yeah.
in, man. That's what I go for.
Obviously,
everywhere.
he had to be watched the entire time he was in Vegas by the judges. So something's going on with that guy.
I am sketchy.
You know, I'm sensing. I think what Primanti Brothers should do, and this is just me,
Wait, where?
Primanti, sorry.
There you go.
Primanti Brothers.
Called you out.
A blind pig special.
There you go.
Deliverance with redemption wings with a Cubano sandwich.
Redemption wings.
No,
How are you going to get redemption wings into
they do their
Primanti's?
own wings. What-
They do their
I'm just
own.
saying, man, because every time I got to go to redemption,
Why do
my
you-
wife has to
no,
drive me home.
well, no, we're talking about food in his place today, and he's already talking about a new a pig dish. So
Yeah, there's a pig dish out
Yeah,
there.
there's
Yeah.
a couple of pig dishes.
Although a pig dish and a deliverance do
Yeah.
they do go perfectly together. I can't
and
lie.
whenever you order it, you got to hit a button that just plays the banjo sound.
You can get them little like coasters that light up and play music too. You just
This
set
river
that
don't
on
go to entry.
Now Jordan's gonna have to
Whoa, that's
find the
amazing.
music and put it on here. But
Yep.
not too long because then it'll get tagged on whatever. And
I know you have to stay under 20 seconds. I know the
20 seconds now.
the rules,
Oh, okay.
yep.
All right. Cool.
20 seconds.
Oh my god.
So I'm very careful when I put any kind of music in to keep it under 20
Well, usually we
seconds.
keep it local though, so it's not a problem.
Yeah, usually we have permission. Hey, can we use your music? Yeah, go ahead. We don't give a shit. So that's normally what we hear. But
It's the YouTube. It's just the YouTube. It's because it also goes out to the YouTube thing, and YouTube does the analysis.
yep,
And so yeah, they've pulled a few of ours accidentally.
that's fine.
I like that you called it the YouTube as well.
Yes,
The
I'm old.
YouTube.
It's still the Facebook.
No,
Yes,
that's-
on the YouTube.
Drop of the dub.
Hey, that's what I do. I'm
When you,
old.
when you talk
What do
about grocery stores, you say like Myers,
no, I don't shop at Myers.
Aldi's.
You add the S, and then on ones with the S, you remove it.
Yeah.
So it's-
I go to Kroger. No, I go to
it's,
Kroger.
It's not Kroger's.
No, let's go to Kroger.
I think that's just a Midwest thing. We add an S to freaking everything we say.
That's possible. I can't remember doing that all the time though.
I used to say
Isn't
Marshes.
Did you?
Yeah,
But that's a whole extra syllable.
Marshes.
That sounds stupid.
I used to say Marshes, dude.
Kroger's at least is just
Where you
one.
heading?
It's just
Going down to
there's
Marshes.
no extra syllable.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just a little bit of a hick, man. Everybody that lives in Indiana has at least a little bit of hick in them.
Oh,
That you have
absolutely.
to live here.
Well, yeah,
Maybe.
I mean, there might be a bigger degree of hick, but everybody got to have at least a little hick.
of course. But
I'm training a lady from
Marshes?
Wisconsin today, and she told me I have a deep Southern accent. I'm like,
no.
no, I don't
not
have a
at
deep
all.
Southern accent at all. But she's like, oh, you do. I'm like, okay, well, you keep thinking that, but not so much.
Did you tell her that she's Canadian?
Yeah, we talked about Canada. They don't like Canada and Wisconsin.
Oh, really?
it says who?
She's, no,
They might as well
okay.
be Canada.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe that's why they get blamed for being Canadian too
Well,
often.
it's more of a
probably why.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
a little
still,
further up.
Really, you go to northern Wisconsin, they do the O's and the
Oh
A's
yeah, I
and
know.
the A's.
Oh, of course they do, but they don't. They don't like to be considered.
They even far enough up north. Remember the gas station that it had milk in a bag? That right there is pure Canada.
Which one? I didn't get to that. I didn't find one.
Yeah, we found them on. It's one of the
That's
gas
a-
stations
that's
on
a
the way up
thing?
north.
Milk
Oh
in a
yeah,
bag.
You've never had milk in a bag?
No.
Oh,
That's a Canadian
Cowboy
thing.
would love this.
it's a Canadian
Cowboy
thing.
hates.
They don't use
Canada.
They don't use milk cartons. They put all their milk in a bag.
They don't use. You saw it too, didn't you, Dan?
How did
That
that
sounds
go?
disgusting.
How did that go again?
Unscrew the cap and pour it in your glass. And
That's
screw
not
the
what
cap.
you
saw
did.
it too, right?
I didn't see any.
Okay.
I meant as a milk carton is what I was going for.
Okay, sure.
This is why this isn't a visual show.
Yes, don't worry. We'll put up some illustration on the YouTube.
Some crayon.
I got to stop talking with my hands apparently because this is not milk carton.
No, that's definitely not.
You're milking the wrong thing. Then.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I mean that's milking, I guess, but it is not milk.
Okay, we can move past that now. My bad. I'm sorry.
Is it the milks?
The milks. The milks in the bags. Now we did on our old show. We did a whole episode about our friend Cowboy who's on the show going to Canada, and for some reason he hates it. And he said
He had
couldn't
a bad
get
experience.
he couldn't get Twizzlers, and they only sold milk in a bag. And he had a couch eat him, and the dad he was staying with was going to beat him with a coat hanger.
Yep,
and
there it was.
It was intense.
Yeah, he has very bad memories.
Yeah, very bad. And he gets really sheltered when you try to talk about Canada to him.
Yeah.
Of course, we exploit it and
And
think it's funny
angry.
as hell, but
And angry,
yeah.
very very angry.
Each one of us has got something that they're getting picked on about.
Yeah, well, just look at my face. My face says it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to take pictures of that. We'll have to do some video and show.
I'd prefer us
show
not
the
to.
homeless guy
I've
that's
gone 3 weeks without this making it to social media. I'd prefer to keep it that way.
Oh
I've already taken a
no,
couple
already
pictures.
done.
You're done
All right.
screwed.
You bastard.
That's what
I should have known when the photographer videographer showed up that I was in trouble.
Yeah,
Yeah, hopefully
So-
you shave that
Yeah.
beard before that happens.
yeah. No, that's what he uses. That's what he uses to clean the dishes.
It's like The Godfather. Shave the beard and leave the balls.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a fan. I'm going to have a rat tail here before too long in the back.
You are.
Yes.
Yes. You're going for the
You're gonna-
skullet.
You're gonna have the.
I have a reverse mohawk.
You're gonna
I have
have
a
the.
perfect landing strip right down the middle of this sucker.
Do it, man.
You're gonna
Or
have
do
the
the
Hulk
old school
Hogan.
Captain
No,
Lou
you've got
albino and have little rubber bands on your beard and shit like
Like security guard over here.
security guard over here.
He had
Yeah.
a small. You have a small strip up there. I
Bite
think.
me.
Does you got 2 spots?
No, there's no strip. It's just solid blank all the way back.
Oh no, it's
There's
furry.
a little bit.
No, it's furry.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I see a little fuzz.
all right. Enough talk about my damn
Sorry.
gross head right now. All right,
Let's,
Dan, are we
let's
ready
get
to sample?
drinking. I wanna
I've
get
been
to
ready. I
drinking.
didn't know where you guys were going.
Well, when it comes to beer, Dan, you just interrupt us and say, "Hey, we got a sample to do."
I was getting ready to. It was. I had my hand right on the cap. The countdown was on.
Dan, you've been on this show. Do you really think we actually know where we're going? With
We
any of the
derail a
topics?
lot. It's just how we do it. So, I know your staff is going to sample a little bit too. They're interested in tasting what's going on. So,
Of course they are. It's like anytime we get a new beer on tap, like, oh, can I get a sample of that? I've never had Bud Light.
that
Must
doesn't
be-
surprise me.
Must be a millennial.
Yeah.
No, it's Abby.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
We all know her. We used to all work with her. So,
I didn't work with it.
well, you didn't work with her, but we did.
All right. So the beer.
Thank you, Dan.
Oh, we're ready. Thank God.
This is our Waves of Grain Amber Ale. I consider this an introductory craft beer. It's kind of split between, and I'm being real general here. If you like Yuengling or a Sam Adams Boston Lager, this kind of splits down the middle of those two. It's a little bit bigger than Yuengling. It's a little less hoppy than a Sam Adams Boston Lager. But it's a great, easy drinking food beer. It doesn't have the big hop bite. It's it's very well balanced. It's not a malt bomb, but it's not very hoppy either. It's a good food beer with all kinds of different foods. But it's something that you can, I think, get somebody to cross over from the macro beers into craft beers on this one, especially if they like a little bit of the caramel flavor.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I can see this
A little
as
toffee, a little caramel, but not super aggressive.
it's not only is it a crossover beer, which it is, but it's also a beer that a craft beer lover can enjoy too.
Yeah.
Yep,
absolutely.
I go through periods where I kind of forget about this one, and I go, oh man, I haven't had an amber in like 2 months, and I go over there, man, this is a damn good beer, and
It's got the right amount of sweetness, like right in the center, but then it clears off with the hops.
Yep.
And the hops aren't so powerful that it would turn a newbie to the craft beer scene away from it. They would actually be able to handle the hop profile in it without completely.
Yeah, there's no lingering aftertaste.
No.
Everything's really, it's crisp but subtle.
It's clean,
Yeah.
but not overbearing, but it's also there. It's not just colored, caramel colored water there.
Yeah, it's definitely
And we
got a strong flavor, a good strong flavor though.
We actually use our cream ale yeast on this beer, so it actually gives a little bit of a lager character to it, and not a full ale style.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of a hybrid beer.
Is that what it smooth? That's what smooths it out, though, right? Gives it that little bit smoother texture.
Yeah, it gives it more of a beery, what's considered like a lager, typical lager flavor to it.
Mm-hmm.
Because we do ferment it cooler than ale temperatures, and we do lager it for a little bit before we keg it off.
But it's still considered an ale.
Technically, yes.
Yes.
Okay. So it's
You
not
can play with the
fully
styles.
considered in the lager.
It's a hybrid.
Okay.
The cream ale yeast is a mix of ale and lager yeast. It's not like one yeast strain; it's two put together.
So if you were going to enter
you-
this into a competition, which category would it go in?
I-
Or couldn't
I
you?
have, and I put it in the amber ale category.
Okay.
Birdo.
I like that there's no deceit in this. Like the nose gives it away of what you're expecting, and there's no surprise. There's some ambers that I've drank where it's totally off. Like it points you towards
Well,
one direction and then it finishes you off.
I
somewhere
actually
else.
tried to bring some beers. I thought, Mike, because when I talked to Jeremy the other night, he was thinking. I think he was just kind of talking out loud, or just kind of spitballing. He said, "Yeah, I might start looking at darker beers or brown ales because it's getting to be fall."
Yep.
And I said, "Well, this amber kind of, if he's doing a bunch of big hoppy beers from other people, this amber might be one that kind of slides in and complements the rest of the tap
Absolutely.
tap lineup." And it's called Waves of Grain Amber Ale, so it's
Yeah.
got a little patriotic, string to it. So
It's awesome. No, yeah, Jordan.
Well, I already
Grizz.
spoke on it, but let's have Griswold talk about it. Grizz.
I'm not much into ambers, not really have been, but I've had this before, and I could drink this all day. I really could.
yeah, it's one you can have more than one of. Like some beers are one-offs for me. Like if I get a beer that's way too bitter and hoppy, like even a big IPA, I won't sit and have 3 or 4 of them. It seems like when you get a beer that's more balanced to the middle are the ones you can like order 3 or 4 of.
And that aren't 900 ABV.
Yeah, exactly. And this is normal, just over 5%. So this is a
So
nice,
it's an all day drinker.
Says the guy sitting here drinking a whiskey.
it's the fall barbecue beer.
Yeah, you can
Yes.
drink it all day.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
that's
All right.
Definitely
Exactly.
a good boat beer. I could put several cans of these in a cooler and
Absolutely.
drink them all day long.
Yeah.
All summer long if I was Kid Rock. But I'm not
No.
in Michigan.
Really?
No.
You just threw that out
Ass,
there.
no.
I just want to get Pat. I want to get Pat all riled up.
I
That's all I
hate
want to
that
do.
song. I hate
I
it
know.
so much.
I was staring
It's
right at
so
you when I
awful.
said it too.
Oh, just want to die. Whenever I hear him
trying to
speak
flag Jeremy's
or-
staff down. They were sniffing around earlier.
Oh, there you go.
This
Of
is our
course,
amber
of course,
ale.
of course, Nate wants to
And,
drink some.
2 more for other, if you want to rile up some of your
Can I see your ID first?
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah, boss.
I'm just trying to share the love with the staff
he's
here.
like 19. He's a kid.
He's 17.
He still grows a better
Shit.
beard than Jordan.
Absolutely.
I texted Abby. She came running.
Of course you did. It's beer, Abby.
It's
beer.
Beer.
Drink it.
That is our amber ale. It's called Wave.
It's not supposed
low
to have
carb.
it. Yeah. Not low carb. Well, yeah, low
Low
carb, but not
carbonated.
low carbonated.
Wrong kind of. We don't talk about
Both
that
of
kind
these
low
beers
carbs.
are a little bit lower carb than other beers.
Yeah, see,
It lets the malt pop a little bit better.
it's low carbs, Jordan.
It's made to be an introductory beer, like introductory to the craft scene.
Yeah, you're gonna have fun editing this one, Jordan. All right, so
No, it's fine. I don't care.
Jeremy's handing me.
Jeremy's handing his now, so we're gonna switch to another beer, and I think after this one we'll take a break. We'll talk about this beer for a minute. We'll take a
Sounds
break,
good.
get some food, and then bring out some more beers that that we're basically sampling for Jeremy. See what they might like to hopefully put on in here. So Dan, what do we got?
We have our Boom Baby Brown Ale.
Okay.
Boom Baby, is our buddy Slick Leonard's catchphrase for a 3-point shot when the Pacers make a shot. He goes, "Boom, baby!" So we use that, and just the alliteration kind of works with the beer. Boom Baby Brown.
Yep.
This beer won a gold medal at the Indiana Brewers Cup. It's got a little bit roast,
Yeah, it
little
does.
roast to it,
Yeah, it
little
does.
chocolate
Yeah, it does,
notes
for
to
sure.
it, but it's still very smooth. It's just an
It's
easy.
an actual brown for me. Most of the time
Yeah.
I get a brown, it's not a brown. It's an amber.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
it's-
Well,
Yeah.
the brown
Or
category,
it's a porter.
like sometimes they dip into dark ambers, and sometimes they start moving in on porters. It's such an ambiguous category.
It is, but I don't think it is like you said. It's got the roast. It's got a little bit of chocolate to it. I think there's if you can get a nice solid middle of the road brown, it's hard to find right now. Just like a nice solid middle of the road porter. I'm okay with experimentation, but prepare me if it's a light porter or a dark porter or a light brown or a dark brown. Just prepare me with the name. Don't just say, hey, this is my brown, and I get it, and I can't even see, I couldn't even see through it in some cases.
Yeah.
So I just like people to be honest with the beer. Don't lie to me and just say it's a brown. Give me a little description on that brown. This, though, is a good, solid, straight-up brown.
Yep, it's still not a huge beer though. It's still just over 5%. It's not big and malty. I think it's a nice balanced. There's just enough chocolate and roast there to let you know you're drinking a brown ale, but it's not overbearing. So I'm pretty happy with where this is at for a flavor profile.
Yeah, the bitter's not really the bitter's there, but I think that's more from the chocolate and the roast than it is any kind of your hops.
I just throw a little bit of hop in
Right.
at the beginning of the boil to balance the malt, and
Yep.
then the I think the lingering bitterness is a little bit of the roastiness from the chocolate wheat.
Yep.
Special B that we use in that.
Cool.
I'm usually not a big dark beer guy, but this is really good. I mean,
it warms up like
very-
it looks good in a big pint glass, and then as you're drinking it and it warms up, it changes a little bit.
Yeah.
Once you pour it at 34, 36 degrees off your tap,
Yeah.
and then it starts to warm up as you work through your pint glass, and the flavor profile changes a little bit.
Very easy drinking.
Yeah.
For sure.
Thank you.
This is totally a Texas
Totally.
brisket taco beer.
There you go.
Yes.
Ooh.
Because you get
I
the
like
salted pepperness of the brisket, a little bit of, grease from the fat, and this beer to top it off.
He just said
It's
your
total
beer tastes like
compliment.
greasy fat. Dan,
Hey,
I'm not
man.
sure how I'd take that.
You can turn things negative, but I think he
No,
meant
I
it
know.
in a very positive.
Very positive.
There you go.
Like greasy fat.
Greasy fat.
Griswold, what do you think, man?
It's just like the other one. Didn't really drink a lot of browns, and I was at Redemption one day, and I got it, and I've just loved it since.
Gotcha. So I taste like a smoky dark chocolate is what I get out of this.
That's what I said. Yeah, you
Yep.
got
Yep.
the roasted
Smoky dark
chocolate
chocolate.
malt. Yeah.
Yep. And I love it. I mean, I think it's a solid
Yeah.
beer. Again, this is another one I can drink just back
This
to
is-
back to back.
This is a good fall beer.
yeah,
This
for
is a
sure.
good fall beer.
It is definitely a fall beer.
It's a good fire beer.
Yeah, it's a little bit heavier than I would probably drink in the heat of the summer.
Correct.
Yes.
It's like you're not mowing the lawn and sitting at the back table after mowing
No.
the lawn
Yeah.
in the
hell
middle
no.
of the summer and chugging that one back. But
Nope, that's when I do my IPAs and
Yeah.
those things. But yeah, this would definitely be a great cigar fall beer sitting by the fireplace.
yeah,
Love it.
Fry this up with that Black Angus sirloin steak y'all got on the menu. That'll work out all right. That'd be
Just reading the
nice.
menu now.
Well, that's what I had last time.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, but I had a Bud Light.
I'm sorry. What?
That
What?
didn't work out well.
Why did you? What's like?
What's wrong
Have
with you,
ever
man?
seen me drink a Bud Light?
Okay. Well, I was a little concerned because you had somebody you had a I was.
There was
I
a
would've been
time
really
we were all
concerned.
domestic drinkers.
Yeah,
It's been a while, but
I
we
know.
at one
Yeah.
point were all domestic drinkers.
I'm from Texas. My domestic was Lone Star.
It's still domestic.
You know?
A little bit more fuller flavor, but still domestic.
Yeah.
I actually went an entire last week without having a beer at all.
Oh,
I had a lot of whiskey, and I had a lot of Everclear while I was in Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
Good Lord, son.
Was that to wash down the Molly? What the?
Well, yeah.
Are you
know.
trying
Is
to
your-
pickle
is
your
your-
liver?
they
Or?
make-
Is your liver okay?
They
or
make
what?
no. It's the 190. It's Fat Tuesday. They got the 190 octane slushies. It's basically just Everclear and the slushie, and then I add an extra shot of Everclear. So that gets the night started really good. And then I just sit at the blackjack table for like 9 hours.
Wow.
I did. I did.
Lose
I
all your money.
I did. Yeah. Well, yes, I did. Yeah, I did a 5 hour. I did a 5 hour run on Sunday night, then a 5 hour run on Monday night, and then a 9 hour run on Wednesday, with 12 hours of drink and 9 hours at the tables. But I didn't. It kept me playing for a long time. I didn't really lose that much. I lost a couple grand over the week.
And you're still alive.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
That's
not bad. Yeah.
And you don't have any.
Yeah, for like 24 hours worth of play
That's good.
total for the week, I only
good.
lost a couple grand. So that's
No
that's pretty
broken
good.
bones, so you're good.
Yeah. I didn't get no. That's no
How
broken.
many
bones.
prostitutes?
For $2,000, there better have at least been one or two in there somewhere.
No, that was just blackjack.
9699696. Sorry, why do I know that number? Never mind.
I'm kind of wondering. Dan, have you been to Vegas in a while?
I've never been to Vegas.
You have never been to
Never
Vegas?
been to Vegas.
I've
Really?
never been to
Okay,
Vegas.
me either.
I mean, what?
I don't want to go to Vegas.
I stay
I
away
do.
from Vegas
I want
every.
my money.
I only go every few years because I know I have a gambling problem.
Because it's
At
nerve.
least you know.
Because it's nerve-wracking to get those test results when he gets home.
When that
That's
too.
why he only
Yeah.
goes every few years.
You know. Go there, you drink a bit. You sit at the table long enough, they just keep bringing you alcohol and hookers and other things.
Before you know it, you end up at this weird house in the middle of the desert, and you're in this bedroom you've never seen before with several women. And
Hey, our captain came home. He got married while he was out there. So, now granted, he took the lady with him that he was going to marry.
I was
Oh,
like,
okay.
holy shit, did he have a hangover moment?
Damn.
Now that's losing a bet.
That's what I'm talking about. That's worse than my hair right now. Damn.
Dan, what's your favorite vacation spot? You said you were just
whichever one
somewhere.
I'm in when I'm not at work.
Oh, okay. No, would you have like
Touche.
a place like you really, like to revisit ever?
I actually don't.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't. I don't
like
have
just
a
like all the new
favorite
places?
spot.
Okay. Well, some
Anywhere
people
you can
do.
get an even
I
Some
table.
people
don't.
have a regular, vacation
No, I'm always
hangout.
trying to find something new.
I like his thinking. I do like his thinking. Although I do still like, having like an old place like we, Jordan, you were always going up to Wisconsin and stuff, and it's nice to have one of those like kind of
Well,
regulars.
I just 2 weeks ago I was in the Outer Banks. I
Is that
mentioned
a regular
earlier.
one there?
No,
though?
but when
Okay.
when I grew up in Washington D.C. area of
Okay.
Maryland, and we would go down to North Carolina for family vacation, so that was a place we went regularly. I haven't been there in a few years, but it was nice to get back.
Okay, cool.
But it was my sisters and I were meeting with some cousins, so it was kind of a family thing. But I don't know if I would have chosen to go there.
Okay.
So
Had it not been a family
I loved it
thing.
while I was there, but
course.
I would have probably picked somewhere else.
Okay. Jeremy, favorite spot?
No. I mean, I've been to a few different places. Like
Been to Vegas?
I've not been to Vegas.
Wow, 2 Vegas versions.
Jeremy and I are gonna do a road trip together.
Yeah, we
All
are.
4 of y'all
I've
have
not
not
been
been to
there.
Jordan,
Vegas?
you've been to Vegas.
Jordan
Yeah,
has
you-
not been to Vegas.
How is that
Jordan's
possible?
been to Lake Havasu. Jordan's been to Reno. Jordan's never been to Vegas.
How is that possible? You didn't go to Vegas with me?
No.
We lived out in Arizona. How did you not go to Vegas?
I didn't go to Vegas.
Oh, wow. Really?
No.
Man.
You know they have hookers in other states besides Vegas.
Has nothing to do with,
Jeez.
has nothing
It's
to do with
just
the hookers.
easier to find them in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with the hookers.
You can wander out into any desert.
Are you
you're
sure
good to
about
go.
that?
Yes. Yes, I'm quite sure about that.
You can go
You've
down
been to-
to.
you've been
you
to
can go
Vegas,
to. You can go
right?
to.
I used to go to Vegas 3 or 4 times a year.
See, he's got a gambling problem just like
Oh my
me.
god! I haven't been there. Okay, I haven't been to Vegas. I would say in about 5 years because my kid's now 5.
Mhm.
And
That's
to
where he
this-
got that. That's where he,
Mhm.
I don't want to go back and get another one.
Yeah, still haven't found the mom yet. But I am still to this day every week without fail. I get invitations for 3 nights, 4 nights
Oh, yeah.
free from Vegas, especially from Aria and from Caesars.
Yeah, I was at Bally's and Harris most of the time. No, MGM Bally's and Harris.
I played at Bally's with my band.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
back in
nice.
the day, yeah, a couple times, yeah.
Okay,
long time
You
ago.
played at the food court.
I did. It was just me and 2 other Mexicans, man. We're called El Mariachi Vegas.
Wow. All right. Well, I think that's a good place to go ahead and take a break. We're gonna probably get some food sampled out here, and then we're gonna come back and
Hungry.
sample some more beers, and we'll be back in just a few minutes.
Candy bars. Hey, what? Well, we're back for a little bit. We're
There's a
waiting.
slight delay on food, so
Welcome
That's
back
all
to the
right.
Blind Pig Confession.
We didn't put our order in
Holy
soon
shit,
enough. We
man. I
had
thought it was
Jeremy here
like
too
fucking
long.
Cinemax at night with that.
did you hear that? I'm gonna have to isolate that one little clip of Security Griswold and play it at the beginning of every freaking show.
Say it again.
Say it saucy, man. Saucy.
Welcome to the Blind Pig Confession.
Bow chicka wow wow.
Yeah. 70s style.
All right.
Can we turn the lights down low and say it again so I can touch my
No.
Oh,
No.
no.
I'm sitting. No. We're
No.
just a little too close, man.
Fuck all y'all. Welcome back.
What else been happening, guys? I mean,
Football's coming up.
football's coming. I might already be started by the time this show comes out.
We know, Jordan,
Probably.
you don't
Yeah.
care.
Dan, football? Do you watch football? Are you a big football man?
My interest in the NFL has waned a little bit over the last couple of years, but but I watch.
How about college?
I don't like college football.
You don't like college football?
No,
Why?
it just stinks.
Okay.
It's
All right.
just rotten to the core.
All right.
But the most important thing you're missing about fall is the first week of October, the CW has all of their season premieres, and then the end of October is Halloween. That's all you got to know.
October is all Jordan's month. Jordan has he gets to break out his mannequins.
Hey, do you need help for that this year?
Yes.
It doesn't.
CW?
It doesn't look creepy
help.
when he does funny stuff with his mannequins in October. You know,
I'm pretty sure Dan was doing funny stuff with my mannequins.
Well, that's why I
Every
was bringing
man
it
that
up to
encounters my
Dan.
mannequins does funny stuff with them.
Hey,
right. But in October, it's not as disturbing. It's
oh no, it's
expected.
still disturbing.
No, but it's acceptable.
Is that because I put clothes on them for October? And they're unclothed for the rest of the year?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
You know.
they like to be in their natural element.
Tex-Mex, football, college, NFL.
I'm a Texas Cowboys fan.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Give a fuck who.
I'm sorry.
I don't care.
It's all right.
That's all good. You can talk all y'all want.
Oh,
Give a
no,
shit.
I'm not going to talk about the Cowboys any more than I have to.
College, only when like UT's playing Oklahoma or something.
Ah, okay.
Sorry.
I'm a Bulldogs. I'm waiting up for Bulldogs
Oh, okay.
to start up, and then of course Colts and the Packers.
Ultimately, for me,
Colts and
NFL
Packers.
football doesn't start until baseball season ends. So
Yeah.
Oh, for you, really? Well, yeah, because the first several weeks are a little nah.
just a little.
I mean, yeah,
you know.
even like I was looking at Bulldogs' schedule. We're playing like 3 colleges I've never seen on the list before. I have no clue who they are. I
They're
swear.
called warm-up
It's a
games.
horrible schedule till like the last 6 weeks.
Damn.
Yeah, it's an awful schedule.
Like Bob's College.
Yeah, it's something.
From
Actually, I'm gonna
Arkansas.
look it up. But Grizz, what's yours?
I'll watch a little bit of college, not a lot. Of course, I'm usually working on Sunday, so I don't get to watch much at all.
Oh well,
But
Saturday. But yeah, Saturday.
If I can catch a Raiders game, I'm happy.
like our first game for Georgia, Austin Peay, Peay. No clue what that is. Never seen them on a roster before.
It's a college.
I understand that, but I've never heard of Austin Peay.
It's
Alrighty
Austin.
then.
It's Austin P.
Is it P? Yeah. Okay, well it looks like Peay, because but then yeah, well there's South Carolina's the next one, but Middle Tennessee is the third game. It's like okay.
I bet they're somewhere in the center of Tennessee.
Well, the schedule seems
Maybe.
weird though, considering where Georgia got to last season.
It's called
And-
warm-up
and they're-
games.
I know, but it just seems like a very odd schedule.
Most colleges do that. The first couple
Here's
of
how much
games-
I don't know about college football. He said he was going to root for the Bulldogs. I serious to God thought he was talking about frickin' Butler.
No. No.
There you go. There is
Have a
my
football
knowledge.
team?
Hey,
Yeah,
you can
I
root.
think so.
You can root
I
for
don't
Ball
know.
State this year.
Oh yeah, I can rate for Go Ball State. Yeah, ooh.
Do they have a team?
Yeah, they have a football
They have
team.
something other. Really? They have something other than like a
Do they
lacrosse
really?
team?
Yeah,
Football, basketball, baseball.
Holy shit! Did not know that.
They've got about 4 or
Look-
5 players in the NFL right now.
Lacrosse and bocce ball. Is that their?
But it's a lot.
they have
of,
an
but
Olympic drinking team, I think.
But it's a
'cause-
lot of drinking up there.
Yeah, it's a party
Purdue's going to
school.
have to watch out though, man, because if anybody says anything sexist on the field, they're probably going to stop playing.
Speaking of
Yes.
drinking teams, I do need
Hi,
to check.
Abby.
Do need to check. I was up while I was in Vegas. Kevin Stewart, Christie's, one of the founding fathers, one of the original Sonic Death Monkeys.
Yeah.
Was up there. I got to hang with him. We're still hoping to try to put on. Still trying to figure out, and we're talking to the guys on trying to do another beer Olympics, a real beer Olympics, and see if we can get. It's just we got to find a place with land.
I'm not driving anywhere after that.
Oh no, you don't. you get a relative to drive you. I'm actually thinking of talking to my auntie because I think they have enough land up in Fortville.
I don't trust any of my relatives for that.
Oh, okay, well, I can't help you there. That sounds like a problem. Hey, we're gonna take a quick break, grab some beers, food coming up in just a bit.
All right.
Good go.
Hey, I'll bring us back.
Bienvenidos, aquí estamos con los amigos de Primanti Brothers.
See, he got it right, even with the accent. You already got corrected once.
Dan brought out my beer, so I'm all happy now. I'm a happy camper.
There's the text part.
Dan, what do we got today? What are we drinking?
We have the Deliverance IPA. It's our flagship IPA at Redemption Alewerks.
Hold for the banjos.
And it's what we call an old school IPA. It's an IPA you would have gotten in the early 90s from the craft beer industry. It's not the designer citrus hops or anything like that. It's just got some good old-fashioned Columbus, Willamette, and Cascade in it. A little bit of biscuit or victory malt in there for a little breadiness, and a nice clean hop, but not overpowering. It's very different than the IPAs that are kind of happening today.
Oh, yeah. And Dan corrected me. He said it right. He corrected me on the last show we did with him. It's not Willamette. It's Willamette.
God
Like you
damn
got
it.
the Primanti, yes. It's like the Primanti.
That's right, not Primanti.
Yes.
That's right.
But Primanti sounds so classy.
It does.
It does sound
It
so
really
much
does.
classier.
Most people say Primanti Brothers.
It makes me sound like I earned my GED.
Yeah, because when you go Primanti,
Yeah, it
who
sounds
wants
really
to go
weird.
eat a Primanti Brothers?
So I just had the IPA, and I think it's damn good.
Oh, yeah.
Solid.
Absolutely.
Not overly hoppy. It's
No.
definitely not a kill it with hops type of IPA.
No, it's a very balanced IPA.
It's very, very clean.
It's one of
for
the.
sure.
This is one of the ones I do like. It's got just the right amount of bitter for me. It's not too much. I'll start sneezing later, maybe, but that's just me because I'm allergic to some of the hops. But no, but it's worth it. It's a really good. No, it's a really good IPA.
This is my go-to when I hit up your shop. Like seriously, this and some wings, and I'm there, and
Yeah.
then the wife's got to drive me home because I hit
Nice.
up way too many of them.
Yeah, sounds about right. Grizz,
I love it.
got it.
I love it.
To put it simple, hey, fuck off. To put it simply, I've visited Redemption a few times,
Nuh-uh.
Oh shit.
A few times.
and like Tex-Mex here, it is one of my go-tos.
That and the cream ale. Your cream ale is still usually one of my go-tos.
Yeah.
I always love that one.
I think we're the reason you guys don't have like a frequent reward diner club.
Oh, we do have one.
He's out, so they don't tell me about it because I'm always fucking there.
There's only table tents on every table and on the bar that have clear instructions on how to become part of it. I'm sorry.
Does
Ted.
he look
is
like
your
he can
menu
read?
on the bar on the table? No, your menu's on the wall. That's where my eyes go.
Okay. You're only looking at the beer
Hey,
list. Then.
That's all I
Hey,
look at.
I've got one of those memberships.
Or are you a redeemer?
Yes.
Nice. All right, Jordan, are you a redeemer?
Mm-mm.
As much as you were always there, really?
See, I want to support Dan and Redemption Alewerks, so I feel like if I pay full price for my beers, then I'm supporting them a little bit better.
Okay.
Actually, I'm just full of shit. I've just
Yeah,
never bought the membership.
You pay for your beers? I always get it for free.
Dan doesn't like me. We know this.
Well, actually, we don't. We probably could exercise that a lot more. Like with all the breweries and stuff that we know, we don't really go in and do the, we still like to go and just hang out and stuff. But you'd think we'd have a whole bunch of those Mug Club memberships from everywhere, and we don't. We probably should. But then again,
But I think we support everybody enough equally that,
Yeah.
it's, it's cool. I mean, I would do it, but I just like going because I love it.
Yeah.
And I preach it.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
if anybody who's heard the show knows me that I don't fucking sugarcoat
Well, you
anything,
guys
man.
go around to so many different places. It's,
Yeah.
I mean, they only really work if you go to a place that's like near your house and you're there regularly
Right.
to kind of reap
Right.
the return benefits of going a lot. But
Exactly.
There is nothing near my house.
There's one in there now.
Oh yeah, PAX.
PAX, yeah.
Yeah.
So
So,
doing a show
does,
with them soon.
does the Primanti Brothers have a rewards program here, Jeremy?
Yeah, we do actually. We have an app. You can.
drinking rewards or eating rewards?
It's just eating. It's not
Oh,
drinking. And that,
We all got
that screws
excited.
a lot of people that come in here because they only drink, especially on half price nights.
yeah, exactly. See,
Well, you don't need to be part of a plan if there's half price nights.
Yeah,
That is the plan.
That's very true.
you guys used to do $2 craft. Is it half price now instead of $2?
Yeah, so it's half price, except for like a couple, like Three Floyds is usually not half price. It's $1 off, and then War Pigs and then Space Dust is usually only $1 off. But everything else, beer, liquor, wine, half price.
Okay, and just to defend them in this, they do have more than just the 3 craft beers on tap.
Yeah, we have a lot
So
more.
they're not
There's a
screwing
nice-
you over saying, hey, everything except these 3 are half price. You get your choice of Miller Lite, Bud Light, or Coors Light.
Yingling.
And Yingling.
Now, there's a nice tap line up here.
There really is, yeah. It's as the more I've been here, I've noticed that the craft beer scene is definitely showing up more here, and we're getting even more local than just the macro locals. We're starting to get more of the micro locals on here, and that's what keeps bringing me back at night too, because well, I love craft beer.
Pardon me, I'd talk more about my stuff in my face with
They're,
food.
they're all good, man. The food so far, I've
Oh,
had
yeah.
2 sandwiches and they're really good. Okay, not 2 whole sandwiches. I'm not that big of a fat kid. I've sampled 2 sandwiches so far.
Hobo
They both
don't
are
eat at
really
home.
good.
Everything I've sampled has been great.
What's your favorite so far?
Well, I like the Cubano.
I agree with that. I
Yeah.
haven't had the pig's fly yet, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have we not had the pig's fly yet?
That's the big one.
Oh.
You haven't had it either.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Nobody's had. There's 4 pieces of it laying around. Ain't nobody tried the damn thing yet.
It's huge.
Haven't you
It's
had
hard,
that
it's
one
hard
yet?
to wrap your mouth around,
That's what she said.
except for Tex-Mex. Seems like he handled it very well.
I'm from Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas.
No, he just put the Cuban in his mouth.
Oh, you're talking about the sandwich?
Yes. Baby.
Fits right in.
How's that? How's the pig? They're
And we're waiting. Dead air.
It's awesome.
I
With
tell
his
you
mouth
what.
full.
I like it.
On half-price beer night, you better avoid one of these sandwiches, or you might not be able to drink as much half-price beer as you want to, man. 'Cause
Right. I
after
think
you eat
that's
one
the
of these,
plan.
you're like, oh, I'm ready for a nap.
Yeah, it's true.
They're big ones.
So it's actually really good. There's a lot of slaw on it. So if you're not a slaw fan, you may want slaw on the side. That's what I would do. But it's delicious. I love it. It's got great flavor.
Yep.
I would personally just do the slaw on the side just so I could taste the meat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave that alone.
We know you love the meat.
You know you're a meat
There he goes. Jeremy fit right in. As the insults come, just give him a couple beers. He's good.
Yep. That's right.
It's all good. That's what the show's all about, having fun.
That Cubano's good, man. I dig that shit.
What hops are in this? I know this is the Willamette. But what were the other 2 hops in this one, Dan?
Columbus and Cascade.
Okay.
We
Which one?
use-
Are you
we
using
use-
all 3 in the?
We use all 3 in the boil, and we use all 3 in the dry hop.
I think it was just the Cascade coming out of on the dry hop because it's got some nose there
Yep.
to it. But
Yep.
what is the nose? I guess. So I've had allergy problems. I think I might have discussed. I have allergy problems, lots of them. So I've never been routinely able to smell.
a sickly boy.
Yes, but I'm not able to routinely smell the different kinds of hops because it would just throw me into a fit.
Right.
Now I've been taking shots for about a year or so now, so I'm back to being able to. I'll be really interested to be able to actually start smelling the different hops again, like the Willamette. I'd like to know what the Willamette adds to it because you can pick Cascade out almost anything, and some of those, and that's it.
Well, it's not easy if they're
Centennials
all
and-
mixed. I mean,
Right.
you'd have to have a single hop beer
But
and
what?
smell the Willamette
No,
on its own.
I just meant actually smell the Willamette hops.
Okay.
What does the Willamette add to? Because that's not a
it's
common
a
one
little,
used
It's
anymore.
a little bit more earthy
Okay.
than your citrus kind of popping
Okay.
hop.
Right, because it's not a common one, and you don't hear Willamette a lot, anymore currently.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
something you might even use in a porter or an English style.
I was getting ready to
ale.
go. Is there a little? Put it in a ESB or something?
Yeah.
Would it be something you could
Yeah,
throw?
that'd be
okay.
something you could use in a,
Gives
in a
it
beer
that
like
earthiness, a little horse blankety kind
that.
of.
Not really horse
Not
blanket.
that far.
No,
Okay.
not that far.
The earth. Okay.
Stay in your lane.
Hey, I'm trying. But I'm asking.
Yeah,
the questions.
that's fine.
But I'm
No,
asking the questions.
No,
So,
no.
yeah.
No,
just always trying
absolutely.
to learn. Yeah.
You're
Jordan?
staring at it like you want to fuck it.
Oh, isn't that
Damn
any,
it, man.
isn't that any
Well,
good
that
craft
was a
beer?
nice.
I mean,
That's a nice segue.
I like that segue.
I'll fetch the next one. It's our Ditch Dodger Session IPA.
Oh,
It's
shit.
It's about 4.5%, and it's a nice beer. So I'll get that going here in a second.
All right.
Nice.
sounds good.
So, when he comes back on that, though, I've got, and I'll need him to explain because I'm starting to read that. Still don't understand what a session IPA is. And I'll have Dan explain
He'll
that
explain
at
it
some
to
point.
you.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna
So,
hit the
what
head.
is a
session-
session?
It just
IPA?
means you can drink more of them without being intoxicated.
A lower
because
ABV?
It's a lower ABV, but the hop is still there. The dryness and the
okay.
hoppiness is still there, but the ABV is way down.
Okay, so you're okay. So you're higher IBU with a lower ABV.
Correct.
Okay. With a FU and a he he he.
And an E-I-E-I-O, motherfucker. Cock-a-doodle-doo, motherfucker.
Where did Jordan go? Did he really just walk away in the middle? We didn't stop recording.
He
He had to go
Did
to
he
the
not
head.
know?
Little boy's room.
He ate so much food he had to poop.
I
He went to go shave.
I wouldn't doubt that. Yeah, he went to go shave.
He had a couple of fries
Get
stuck in his
tired.
beard.
Can I get Griswold's glass? Jordan's.
So I've known him for 25 years, and I haven't, and he's been basically shaved bald like that since since like 2000, I think it was, or something like that. After he came, no, I was after the military, but he's been, haven't seen him with hair in like 15 years at least, and it's awkward. Yeah, well, for those of you listening, you'll have to go onto the onto the Facebook page and look and see the difference. We're gonna do a side by side. And we're going to give him a weird nickname. There's a couple actors that I know he looks like right now. I think Brendan said
Dave Attell.
Dave Attell. Yes, he looks like a homeless Dave Attell right now. Oh wait, Dave Attell is homeless. but it is so weird to look at. Crazy. All right, are we? Oh, I didn't get a pour yet. Hang on, sorry. I was still enjoying my IPA. That was actually very good.
It was really, really good.
Very solid. And just very clean. And I'm not a big IPA guy. So this isn't the. I think you still have one more in reserve, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So
There's one I've been waiting to try since a few weeks ago when we did a show and he told me it was coming out. I haven't had a chance to go.
While we're sampling this one, let's go ahead and talk about all the food we just had.
Well, we did. You're the one who went to the bathroom.
You didn't talk about it.
Yeah, we made fun of you.
Yeah, we made fun of you.
We made fun of you a lot.
That's okay, because I'm the one that edits the show, so I can just edit it all out.
We thought you were going to go shave.
I don't give a
We
shit.
thought you were going in there to shave.
Nah, I just had to, adjust everything. Just kind of comb my hair and comb my beard and
Comb your other hair.
braid that. It's getting long. So
Isn't your beard a comb itself?
yeah, it really is. It's very brillowy. It's pretty bad. I feel like I have gigantic puffs of pubic hair on my face, and I hate it. So, but let's talk about the food real quick. So, I like the pig one. It was so good.
Yeah.
There were two pig ones. There was a high fly. There was what was the pig's fly or something?
Yeah, the pigs fly. So it's going to be.
There was a lot of pig in all of these.
There was a lot of pig in all of them, yes. But
There's a whole lot more pig in yours. You just didn't know it.
it was awful salty.
So when pigs fly, it's turkey, ham, bacon, then provolone cheese, and then it's got an egg, fries, slaw,
There's an
tomato.
egg on there?
Yeah, there's an egg on there.
I didn't actually taste the egg. I'm not gonna lie, but
No,
it was
I
really
didn't.
good. But I didn't taste the egg.
Maybe it slid off your piece.
That's okay.
Maybe.
It's fine. I don't mind egg. It just caught me off guard. But no, I thought it was really good. I mean, but it's a big
Yeah.
sandwich.
Yeah, it's huge.
It's a huge sandwich. And then the Cubano was freaking tight.
Excellent.
That was great.
Yeah,
That's
Oh.
flavor all over. Like,
Yeah.
I just like so much flavor in one bite.
Yep.
It's
But
just-
a Cuban sandwich is always
Every
yeah.
bite, full flavor.
you did that one justice. That one.
yes.
was-
So, we have to prepare it like an hour beforehand because we let the mustard soak in the bread
Nice.
for an hour, and like everything's like made and then pressed together for at least an hour before we even serve it. So all the flavor of everything is getting all soaked into everything. So
yeah,
you're
the fusion of it
Absolutely.
collectively is really on point.
absolutely. Then what'd you guys think about the sampler platter?
It was fine. It's your standard sampler platter.
Yeah,
I mean,
just
I had it last
pickles.
time, so I like your fried pickles, and your onion
Yep.
rings are awesome. Nice big thick onion rings. Oh my god,
You like it thick.
those are good. I do. I like big thick onion rings.
And those are handmade every day.
who plays a game with them?
I don't play any games with them.
I actually like the mozzarella wedges the most.
Yes.
Yes.
Those are good.
Those
And
are
the-
good too.
The marinara dipping is excellent.
Because I feel like you get a little more cheese than you would with like a standard mozzarella stick,
Yeah.
and that's what I really like about
Well, the problem with mozzarella sticks is people usually overcook them,
Yeah.
and then they pull them out of the fryer not realizing that they popped the hole and all the cheese
and all the cheese is
leaked
gone.
out, and then you bite like an empty shell, and you're so disappointed. You're
Yeah.
like, what the hell happened to the cheese?
Who screwed up my cheese?
So the beer we have now is
job.
our
Good job, Dan.
Redemption Alewerks Ditch Dodger Session IPA. The Ditch Dodger name comes from when I went to the Siebel Institute of Brewing Technology. One of our beer professors there, his name was Paul Smith, and when we were drinking beers at the end of the night, his way of saying last call for himself, he goes, "Let's have one for the ditch." Well, if you're drinking a session IPA, it's lower in alcohol, so you can dodge the ditches and get yourself home. So hence,
Alrighty.
Ditch Dodger. You keep your car out of the ditch. You can, have a couple more
like
since
that.
they're only like 4%.
Yeah.
Just over 4% alcohol.
What's yours?
4.4.
All right. Nice.
So that's right in line. I mean, yeah, that's definitely an all-day drinker.
Yep.
Well, yeah, it's
got,
definitely it's still clean. It's very clean. What are the hops used in this one?
Simcoe, Amarillo, and Mosaic.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't had this.
No,
is
you
good.
haven't.
This is
Neither have I.
This is good.
Oh, is this new?
We've brewed it before, but it's not a standard one. We usually do it like once a year.
I like this.
Yeah.
Definitely a higher bitterness than the last one, or at least as far as it's there. Is there a dry hop on this?
It
Heavy
actually,
dry hop, or-
may be there's a difference between actual bitterness and perceived bitterness.
For
This
one,
has a lower IBU,
Really?
but it may be
Might be the
perceived as more bitter because there's less malt to create the less alcohol. So
Gotcha.
it's more of a higher ratio of hop to the malt.
Okay, gotcha.
So you're gonna get that bitterness. Hence the session IPA says.
Okay.
So you can keep that hop profile, you can keep the bitterness, but then you back that alcohol level
it.
down by taking some malt out of the
Okay, awesome.
out of the grist bill.
See, this is what we learn on.
So, to me, the hop, instead of hitting like in the back of my tongue, like feeling it in my throat, I almost feel it like where I'd feel sour at.
It's right.
I
up
feel
front, yeah.
I feel the
Yeah.
bitter in a different spot than I would a normal IPA. And I think it's because of what you're talking about. It's a different kind of bitter.
Yep,
It's not your standard hit you in the back of the throat kind of bitter. It's
correct.
on the sides, like lemon lime
And that
area type bitter taste.
Yep, and that comes with throwing hops in different spots in the boil instead of putting
Mhm.
a lot of hops in the front end of the boil where you get that deep bitterness in the
Right.
beer. You put them in at the end of the boil or in the whirlpool and you get more hop flavor
Mhm.
instead of straight bitterness. And it does, you can perceive it in different spots on your tongue.
Right, and that's what's going on, and it goes away very quickly. It's not a lingering bitter.
No,
It's not a bitter that makes you make the face and go, good God, did you throw enough hops in that son of a bitch?
Yeah, it's
It's-
weird because some IPAs you'll sip them and like you don't even get the hop dryness until like minutes later. It's
Yeah.
very delayed. This kind of happens quickly
Immediately.
and then
and then it goes away.
it's sort of like a wasabi or horseradish or
Yeah,
something.
that's what I would equate it
you
to.
get that
Absolutely.
You get the quick blast instead of that slow heat
Mm-hmm.
burn.
Can you make
Yep.
a wasabi beer?
You probably could.
Can you make a wasabi beer?
I don't know.
I don't know how
I'm sure
that
it's
would
been
work.
done.
You can make
I'm sure it
pepper
has to.
beers. I'll have to look that one up.
That'd be interesting.
I'd try it.
I like wasabi, so I mean,
or a horseradish beer.
I would try it, but I'd probably hate it.
Oh yeah.
are you not a pepper guy?
I mean, kind of, but not really.
One of the best beers I've ever had was called the
Holy
Creeper.
crap.
It was Carolina Reaper.
It just you did you see my post today? Okay, this show's going to come out afterwards. He just brewed it. It is releasing today in Gallatin, Tennessee. On the
God,
time
road
we're doing
trip,
this
damn it,
show.
damn
road
it.
trip, which means we
I
have
would
to
drive
start-
down there to get that shit.
So he makes Briar Scratch Brewing. He does a Carolina Reaper beer, and it was spectacular 2 years ago. I mean, just spectacular.
But
It
it's
was
only
the first
4
time
hours
I've
away.
seen him. It's the first time I've seen him say he's going to release it again, and he just did. So you didn't see my post earlier? I really figured you'd have been all like, "Woo,
I've
we're
been
going."
at work all day.
Oh yeah, I thought you might have canceled this show and said, "Hey, we have something we got to go do." So somebody died.
Only an 8-hour round trip and an hour there to pour it.
Dude, like we're actually going to be able to leave. We didn't
I
leave
know.
last time we went. It literally kept us overnight because we drank the keg. It was really good.
We killed the cake.
But I would be interested to see. I'll have to look that up. I don't know how the science works on that.
We've done
though.
that a few times.
With like a horseradish or that kind of.
I don't know either. I've not brewed one. I've not
No?
looked into it. So you're asking the
Have you ever
wrong
done
guy.
like a ginger or anything in
I've
any of
used
your
ginger in beer.
Okay.
I've made a triple.
stuff? Okay.
And we used Asian ingredients like Thai basil. We called it "Me Love You Triple Time."
Okay. Was it IPA?
No, it was a Belgian triple.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry. You did say triple. My bad. Okay.
Yeah, there's triple IPAs. I didn't
Yeah.
specify Belgian though, but yeah,
Okay.
it was a Belgian triple style, and we used a yellow rock sugar, Thai basil, lemongrass, and ginger.
Wow. So where do you put that? Is that in boil or is that in?
We hung it in the kettle.
secondary?
No, we hung it in the kettle
Okay.
at the end of the boil and during the whirlpool stage.
Okay. Because that's what I wasn't sure how like a root type.
In basically big ass like spice bags.
Okay. Yeah. So that's what I was saying. I don't know the root type vegetable, or those kinds of things how those would interact with what you need to pull out of it or the flavors or anything.
You
Because
definitely
horseradish would be the same concept,
Yeah, I
but
don't
I'm
know.
assuming
I'm
the
sure
heat would
somebody's
probably
done it.
burn off.
I'm
in that.
I'm sure if you use the Google machine,
The Google,
the
and the
Googles,
YouTube.
the Googles, you'd be able to find somebody did that somewhere.
Don't touch
The
my
Google, the Googles is
I'm now forever going to refer to it as the Google.
yes, in the YouTube.
Well,
And the
I
Facebook.
tried the Ballast Point, their habanero sculpin,
Yeah.
and that thing lit me on fire. Like,
Some of them are. Most of them are horrible.
And it also
took me
can
forever
fire
to
you up
drink
the
it.
next day too.
Oh yeah, you get definitely.
Yep.
Most of
Fire
them,
hole.
most of them are horrible. You're right, and we pride ourselves on trying to find some of the pepper beers. The habanero usually works if you're in a fruity type beer because it balances a little bit of that heat. This Carolina Reaper one though was just you thought it was going to be awful, but it wasn't. You would drink it and everything would just warm up. Nothing burned awful. Everything just kind of warmed and just sat.
And you actually
drinking it.
had some pepper flavor to it. Too.
I
it was
actually
there.
don't know if you guys have had it. And you may disagree. I think Triton makes an excellent pepper beer. Actually,
I haven't
I
had
haven't
it.
had that one.
They
Which
make
one?
a pepper beer, and
Okay.
it has not just heat in it, but they also put other types of just standard flavor red
Right.
peppers, and it has beautiful flavor to it with
Those are the
just the
ones I
right
like.
amount of heat.
Yes.
And so you may want to. I don't know. I know they've done that a few times, and it's not a part of their regular rotation.
It's usually the jalapeno beers that are bad because they just taste green. They don't even taste. There's no heat. They literally just taste green and they burn. And it's now if they like roasted the jalapeno, if it's a nice roasted jalapeno, or
little bit of
Taxman did the
Jalapeno.
Mexican spice cake one where they just use some there's just like some Serrano chili, just some light roasted red chilies in there or things like that. Those work. It's when they like just throw a straight up jalapeno in there or a straight up ghost pepper for no reason other than to just do that. But if you prep it right, you can actually get that flavor out of it and blend it with some other flavors. Usually
Ghost
helps.
pepper needs to be in something darker because it already has a smoky flavor to it.
True.
You can't put a ghost pepper in an ale and expect a good return on it. It's not
Right.
going to happen. It's going to smoke whatever you put into it.
Yeah.
So you need to do like a smoky porter, add a ghost pepper into that. That's
That'd be
going to add the
awesome.
heat, add a little extra smoke to it, and that's gonna pull the flavors together.
Yeah.
So a Reaper is a very clean pepper. It's just
It's
freaking
just
hot
it's
pepper.
the hottest pepper in the damn world.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's a clean tasting pepper. I mean, it's not like ghost peppers just have that real hardcore smoke flavor to them. So that's one of the biggest differences there.
Oh yeah.
Have you guys had the Bare Hands? Their Thai PA.
Yes, I have.
No.
I'm not.
Yes,
It's,
I've had
it's
the
got
Thai
like
PA.
Thai spices.
Yeah, it's got a little Thai
into
spice to
It's
it, yeah.
actually
Really.
really,
Very
really
good.
freaking good.
And Bare Hands is known for their IPAs
Yeah.
and their very high ABVs as well.
Well,
So,
we-
yeah, the
one-
Thai
one
PA
of
is
my
a special
favorite
release.
breweries
Yeah,
in
yeah,
England, for sure.
yeah. It's always a big release each year.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So the last garage show we did, we had a habanero pineapple beer
pineapple
from
habanero.
Georgia, and it was just
Phenomenal.
freaking phenomenal.
Again, I think the habanero
So well
ones
balanced.
work with a fruit, like a mango habanero or a pineapple habanero.
Yeah.
The habanero always tends to work with a fruit, even when you get it like in food. It's usually in like a salt, like a pineapple salsa or something like that, right? You're never just getting a habanero.
No.
You're getting a little bit of habanero in a salsa of some kind, just
Right.
to add that. Because you don't even, those are still too bad. Kitchen staff can't even touch those when you're chopping them up. Everybody's got gloves on, and somebody's usually got goggles on too.
I still eat the scorpion sauce over at Alley's. I mean, I love their scorpion sauce, but I have to eat it in small doses because I don't want to be sitting on the shitter the next day screaming to Jesus.
Yeah, thanks
So-
for that one.
Yeah, that definitely happens. Holy God, that tears you up the next day so bad.
That's why I don't do that. Yeah, it's just wrong. I don't understand those challenges. Although
No, it
Chef
tastes
Rod,
good, though.
Chef Rod is supposed to. Have they started it? Because we haven't been back in a bit. They were doing a new wing challenge there too. So do you guys do a wing challenge at all, or any kind of hot burger challenge?
No.
Ah, Primanti needs to step on that. Let's get a Carolina Reaper chicken wings.
We have a few guys. We have a few guys that come in here, and it's like every time they come in, it's like they're trying to add more and more meat to their Primanti sandwich to see how much
tall
they
can
eat.
get.
Yeah, and they'll be ridiculously huge. And there's one guy that he will, after he takes each bite, he will just drench like sriracha all over it and then bite into it.
They used to have an extra hot wing sauce here. That's what I used to get. And now they're just down to regular buffalo sauce. But
Well,
I used to get the extra hot all the time. I loved it.
Well, yeah, it's you. You get
I
that
know.
everywhere.
It was good.
I'm not sure why we took that away though.
I'm not sure what you did either because it was freaking phenomenal.
We
Because
have
Jordan-
people always asking about that.
Because
Yeah.
Jordan was the only one eating it.
No, I don't think so because I went out the night I was here. I heard another guy ask about it too around the bar. He's like, "What? You don't have the extra hot anymore?" I'm like, "No shit, dude. What the hell is going on here?"
Dan, you've done it again.
The last beer I just poured is
this
our
one I've been waiting for.
our Jay-Z
Me too.
Lane, our hazy, juicy and hazy IPA under the umbrella of the New England IPA style. It's not as cloudy as the one you guys were drinking earlier, but it's still got a nice haze to it.
Still cloudy though.
But
It's got a
way more
lot of.
delicious.
It's got a shit ton of dry hops in it, and you'll be able to taste the greenness of it, and the nose on it. It's gonna be.
Actually, the nose is rather subtle compared to what I was expecting, but it fits in with the NEPA. Even in the NEPA,
The
nose is always
actually,
a little more
the
subtle.
if you get a bigger glass and you have more surface area than
Okay.
these sampler glasses, you'll get much more of that.
Jordan probably gets it already because his nose has lots of surface area already.
Like a fucking schnauzer.
This is
Hard part.
fantastic. This is really,
I think
really
yeah.
freaking
This
good.
is
You like
amazing.
it? There you go.
Yes.
I think we might have found one there, Dan. We might have made a match.
I'm a big hazy guy, so this I always am intrigued when breweries try to do this, and this you've hit it on. the head
we're
for
proud
sure.
of. Thank
It's
you very much.
really,
We're
really,
proud
really
of this
good.
one.
I had still been sniffing it. I hadn't even drank it yet. Oh, tasty. Bitterness is all on the front of the tongue on that one. Bitterness doesn't even go to the back.
yeah,
of the
but
tongue.
it just like that gone.
Yeah.
I mean, it just
Eh,
it doesn't even
lingering
stay
a little
there.
more for me.
Oh no, I think the bitterness just stays away.
Maybe
Okay.
it might be some of the residual from.
Oh god, this smells good.
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
Look at her eyes light up.
Yeah, I know she is. She's glowing, Dan.
She's
Look what you
glowing.
did to her. She's glowing.
I have that effect on women.
Yes.
It's the beer she likes. I see.
Whatever works.
Very, very juicy on this one, and I'm going to use that term even though some damn beer people hate it. It definitely is
They
juicy.
do.
Yes, I agree.
They had to twist my arm a little bit to
Yeah, they did.
finally do this one. Because I'm like, get off my lawn with your goddamn hazy and juicy IPA shit. It's but it's fresh. It's very good. It's easy
Yeah.
to keep pulling that handle.
I think.
Oh yeah,
I think I saw your post or somebody either you posted on yours or it was on the redemption page. I think I saw it. I think Hofferman was teasing you on it too. Wasn't he? I think there was something there from Hofferman over at Grand Junction because he'll still drink these, but he does. Yeah, he's
We have a
does that
new
same kind of
guest
funny
on the show. Step up to the mic there. What'd you think of that beer?
thing. I don't know who she is.
It
What?
was really good.
That was our Jay-Z Lane IPA.
so this is Abby. She also works at Primanti's, so I've known her for several years now. She used to work for me for a little while, so
Abby's been a very eager sampler.
Yeah, she has.
she has.
Isn't everybody?
They're all very great.
Everybody's an eager sampler.
It's like she's reading a giant cue card. They are all very great. They are good
Let
beers.
me hold up the applause.
This is my
cue
first
card.
time on the mic. Sorry.
It's all good.
Everybody gets so scared on the microphone.
That was fun.
This, and she's like, and I'm out, bitches. I'm done.
That was a mic drop.
That was fun, but I'm done.
This is a great 9 a.m. beer.
I like it. Yeah,
Like, wake up, I'd roll out of bed and just.
goes with
frickin-
my cereal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Done. This and some Fruity Pebbles. Call it a
Yeah.
day.
Fuck the orange juice. Who needs orange juice?
Too much sugar.
Exactly. Jordan, what are you doing? Stop playing.
I was
You
trying
have a
to find
show
a
to do.
theme. I was trying to find a song, but I'm going to add it into the.
Yeah, you can add it in on the edit.
I'll add it into the edit.
Your phone's still playing.
Apparently,
You can hear
your
it.
porn app is still
Yes.
up.
turn off your Pornhub.
It is from the 70s, but it was not porn. Not going to spoil it. You'll have to
Everything-
listen to the episode to hear what happens.
Everything from the 70s was porn. Shut up.
Well, that's true.
There wasn't anything.
Is this available at the room right now, Dan?
Yep, it's at
Okay.
the pub.
Nice.
And hopefully it'll be here
we are
soon.
blowing through it. Well,
Well, they're blowing
Do
through
you have
it.
to do another batch now?
yeah, we're not going to be able to sell him any of what I have right now. He can we
So-
did
so
a
you-
really small run of it, and we're blowing through it at our place.
So
I
you
can
like
see
this
why.
one? Well, yeah, you're gonna have to wait another 3 months.
Yeah.
Or
How long does
however
it take to brew
takes.
this one?
Actually, this one turns around pretty quick because you
Okay.
don't have to worry. You actually want it to go quick because you want to keep the haze. You don't want it to start to drop out. So
No need to put it in a bright tank.
she ferments quick, and you get her dry hopped and get her kegged up.
Sounds like most of my dates.
Wet quick and then dries out.
Wow.
I get her kegged up. And
Get her kegged up.
So, Jeremy, what do you think, man?
This seriously,
Yeah.
it's so.
you can't have any of this. You weren't on the mic earlier.
I meant to do preventive maintenance on that and tell him before we went on the air, and I forgot.
So he can have it. He just has to wait
He
for the
has
new
to come
batch to
down
come
to the
out.
pub and drink it. We did a really small run of this, and
Yeah,
the
I
owner
figured
said
as much.
the owners are like, we're not selling any of this outside of the facility.
Yet.
We're selling a half barrel like every 3 days.
I believe it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, after tasting this, I absolutely believe
Which
it.
means now you're gonna brew more, and
Yeah.
now you'll be able
We'll
to.
probably
yeah.
have to do this one again,
Absolutely.
I'm thinking so. Yes.
It's
Rolling
good.
through it that fast.
or we'll do like 3 Floyds and just not do it again, and then
Ever.
make people stand in a line outside.
All right, we're only
And
we're
talk,
only
and
please
talk
don't do
mean
that.
to them.
Please don't do that.
yeah, we're only gonna brew we're only gonna brew 2 pints of this, and then it'll be a lottery.
You shall receive 1 eyedropper.
So, Jeremy, if you don't listen to any other episode, listen to the last Garage episode. Listen to Dan when he finds out what he's drinking. It is hilarious.
Yes, it
I
is.
do a mystery beer,
It was
and
fun.
Dan loses his freaking mind. It is hilarious. He's
Is that
like, "This is so good. It's so delicious." And then I lay it on him. He goes,
You bastards.
"It was amazing."
Well, I know how to put on a good show. It's all about the show, right, Chris? You know, I gotta.
Of course.
Who's crit?
And I didn't I give them props though. I did
Oh
say
yeah, you
they
did. You always do.
they make good beers. It's just
yeah.
you go, God damn it.
Hold on, real quick. I say,
It was a little bit louder than that.
Jordan. Now I can cut it back
There
into
you
where
go,
you
yeah.
goofed up.
Apparently there was somebody mentioned a Chris. There's no
What?
a Chris. There's no
Oh.
fucking
No,
Chris
there's no
here.
Chris.
Jordan.
No Chris here.
Did I say that or did
No,
he
no,
say
no.
that?
Dan said it.
Oh, okay. Called him.
I forgot about the alien. Even though you did call him by his first name.
Polly.
No, you
he
didn't.
calls me Pat all the time. Nobody knows.
They don't pay attention.
It's all right. They've spelled my name wrong on all the posts for the last 2 years, and
I
It don't
spell it
matter.
Paulie.
I know you do. But Brennan does.
I spell it
Oh.
BRADFORD.
I spell mine FUCKOFF.
Usually I say it. I spell it DICKINMOUTH, but
We can't spell. What does that spell?
that almost sounded like
I
the Mickey
don't
Mouse
know.
Club there
It
for a
did.
minute.
It did.
didn't. So-
MOUSE.
Jordan. Tex-Mex.
Griswold.
Griswold.
Oh, so we're still enjoying this amazing
Oh, sounds so happy.
Hazy.
Was that a happy?
IPA.
Juicy, hazy.
Yeah, that was like almost orgasmic, man. I love this beer.
okay.
Mhm.
That's
That's why he's
it
not
sounds
standing
like?
up.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah,
Jeez.
that's why I can't get a date.
Sorry.
For that, and I'm married, but you know that's
Oh,
that. My well, I
There's
guess and maybe my face, my head, and I got a lot against me right now. Damn it,
Your hobo Joe look.
fucking Dave
just
Patel.
can't win. So anyway, I want to say first off, I want to say thank you very much to Jeremy for hosting us tonight.
Yes.
A lot of excellent food. You guys are doing great things with the craft beer community. We see a lot of local beers on. That is awesome. That's what we like to see. You're right in our backyard. Most of us live right in this area. I think any of us can get here except for Griswold in about 5 minutes, 10 minutes max.
Hey, I can get here in 10 minutes.
If you drive fast, that's true. Dan lives over that way. Pat lives right behind you. I live right over there. Roberto's not too far across that way. So,
Dude, you're pointing like everybody can see that.
well, you know, it's a visual show.
I can walk through the woods if I needed to.
But again, you guys are doing great things for the beer community. We appreciate, you know, half price craft beer night is a great thing.
Absolutely.
That is what night again?
He's mad you took away
Wednesdays and Fridays.
Wednesdays and Fridays.
No,
Half
he's,
price.
he's a little pissed about the wings, but he'll
He's
get
mad,
over
he's
it.
mad you took away his wing special.
Well, they took away my wing sauce, then they took away my wing special, so I'm getting a double negative here, but I'm still giving the guy some love.
And you still haven't got the hint.
I know, right? I like they just don't want me here.
Yeah,
That's
coming
how weird it is.
Wow.
And then we want to, of course, thank Dan Gohr of Redemption Alewerks for bringing us the delicious brews tonight. All your beers were good, man, but I got to say the last one, absolutely, hands down, across the board, my favorite one I had tonight.
I figured
Me too.
I figured that would be the case. Saved it best for last.
Yep, I
It
figured
is-
that's what
it
you're
is
doing.
Just so you can tell us there's no more.
I don't know if you guys noticed, it's starting to warm up a little bit, and it's the grapefruit notes on those hops are popping. It's like
No, I don't notice at all. Oh, wait, as I look at my empty glass.
It does change the flavor profile quite a bit, though, as it warms up.
yeah.
It is a little bit more grapefruity.
Super crushable though.
Yep.
Seriously, I mean, you can just chug this stuff.
What is the ABV on this one?
It's about 6.2.
Okay, so it's not.
It's not super biggin.
It's
No?
yeah.
I say anything under 7 is proper IPA range.
Yeah, you can still drink it all day.
For
You might get a
single
little
IPAs.
drunker, but you can drink it all day.
Told you it was an INA amber. Perfect.
Yeah,
Was that,
love it.
Was that words? Did you say words
Was that
there?
just
'Cause
a
it didn't
mumble?
sound-
That English.
But literally, dude, all the beer you brought was again, as always, fantastic.
Top notch.
So
Jeremy, I'm guessing you rated this one
Oh yeah,
as the top? Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay.
It's
the one he's
so-
not allowed to have.
Yeah,
Well-
the one I'm not allowed to have.
What I'll do, and you don't need to edit this out. I'll make a verbal commitment that when we do another batch of this, I'll make sure we do enough so that Primanti Brothers gets one of these.
Yes.
A Primanti Brothers
Love it.
exclusive. Did you
Yeah.
hear that?
First,
They're
love
right
it.
on the
Yeah,
show.
I love it. I love it.
You heard it here first, kids.
But in the meantime, we'll see what else, maybe
Yeah.
maybe we can get one of the other ones.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I'll talk
Absolutely.
with Jeremy and look at his current lineup and say, what might fit in here with
For
what you
sure.
got going.
Absolutely.
Well, that brown worked really, especially with the fall coming. I like
Absolutely.
the brown.
That was
beer
a
in the
really
middle of
good
the road.
beer.
And I think I need to make a call out to the Blind Pig Army and say, go to Redemption Alewerks, drink up every
Exactly.
drop of this they have,
So they
Yes.
can make
Yep.
more.
force Dan into making that next batch so it can be right in my backyard.
Yeah.
Hell, I think we could all just the pigs themselves could go up there. We
How
could
many
run
kegs
them
you
out.
got left of it?
We tapped a new one this morning, and there's 3 after that.
3
So,
half barrels?
Yeah.
Oh,
2 weeks.
We're selling about one every 3.5 to 4 days.
I believe it.
one beer?
Oh.
What's that?
Damn.
I'm sorry, I'm slow on the uptake.
No, he said he's going through a keg about every 3 days.
Yeah.
I was being a smart ass. I said 1 beer?
Oh yeah, yeah.
1 pint every 3 days? Okay.
No.
That's cool.
Whatever works.
No, I believe it, dude. This is solid. It's one of the best Nipas I've tasted, honestly. I'm not just shooting shit because you're my buddy. This is a damn good
No,
Nipa.
we're
Yeah, Pig Army.
Troy and I, the other brewer, we're our own toughest critics, man. I
Yeah.
mean, you got to be. You can't put stuff out and kid yourself on where you are with quality. And we really do our homework before we commit to something. And this was our first crack at it, and we're very happy with the way it turned out.
You guys
So-
nailed it. I mean, I've had a lot of New England IPAs, and this is really, really good.
Thank you.
See? There you go.
So once again, if you're on the 96th Street area at 7035 East 96th Street, you can see Dan at Redemption Alewerks, or you can come to Primanti Brothers at 137 something Cabela's Parkway.
Sure, that
In
sounds
the
about right.
HTC.
Is that about right?
I think so.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
Well,
really?
next door I know is 13725, so you got to be 137 something.
Something.
Cabela's Parkway. Anyway, HTC, right behind HTC, right behind the theater. That's where you'll find Primanti Brothers at. So,
Definitely.
yeah, definitely stop by. Say hi to Jeremy. Tell him the Blind Pig sent you.
Food's good.
Tell Dan that the Blind Pig sent you. You might get told off, but tell him anyway, just for fun. And
You'll get 50% off, double the price.
there you
Oh,
go.
every day.
right on.
You buy 1 beer, get buy 1 beer for the price of 2.
That's right.
And get a second beer free.
There you go. Well, that's the specials
That's a
we're going to
hell of a
offer
deal.
you today.
Damn it.
I like that deal.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning into the Blind Pig Confessions tonight. We appreciate everybody listening, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.
Cheers.
This was a really good show.
There's a place called a gin mill way down in the slums. There's a place called a gin mill way down in the slums. My baby goes that night and stays till the morning comes.